The Cincinnati Open. The Lindner Family Tennis Center in Mason, Ohio. The sea of Philippine flags is waving. The chants of Eala are echoing through the stadium. Eala has just fought one of the most grueling battles of her young career against world number 10 Amanda Anisimova. A 20-minute game. 13 deuces. A first-set victory that seemed to signal another top 10 upset was in the making. A 2-0 lead in the deciding set. But then, the unthinkable happened. Momentum slipped away. Anisimova won 6 straight games to complete the comeback. The match ended at nearly 1 a.m. local time, 4-6, 6-4, 6-2. And now, Eala has broken her silence. She steps into the press conference, visibly disappointed and emotional. She doesn't just talk about the loss. She talks about a controversial umpire decision. She talks about losing her rhythm. She reveals what really went wrong. Her words have left fans stunned. We break down her emotional response, the turning points, and what this defeat means for her U.S. Open preparation. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell. The match between Eala and Amanda Anisimova was never going to be easy. The 17th seed, riding a 5-match winning streak against top 10 opponents, was facing the 9th seed and world number 10, a 2-time Grand Slam finalist who had been ranked as high as number 3 in the world. Anisimova had bulldozed her way through the tournament, sweeping Zeynep Sonmez 6-2, 6-3, and she was hungry for a deep run on home soil, but Eala arrived in Cincinnati with momentum of her own. She had won her first WTA Tour singles title at the Washington Open just weeks earlier, defeating world number 3 Jessica Pegula in the final. She had reached the 4th round at Wimbledon, stunning defending champion Iga Swiatek along the way. And she had already beaten multiple top 10 players this season, including Elena Rybakina, Naomi Osaka, and Jessica Pegula. She was confident, fearless, and ready for the challenge. The first set was a war. The two players traded games until the 5th game, where Eala survived an epic battle that lasted 20 minutes and featured 13 deuces. The Cincinnati Open's official X account captured the moment, 20 minutes, 11 seconds. 1 game. The Filipino fans erupted when Eala finally secured the break, taking a 3-2 lead that she would never relinquish. A powerful backhand winner in the 10th game sealed the set, 6-4. But the battle was far from over. Anisimova, who had been struggling with her form all year, found her rhythm in the second set. The match went past midnight, and the tension was unbearable. Both players traded breaks and holds, but Anisimova's heavy serves and aggressive ground strokes began to take their toll. She took the second set 6-4, forcing a deciding set. Eala came out firing in the third set, breaking Anisimova in the opening game and building a 2-0 lead with back-to-back backhand winners. The stadium was electric. The upset was within reach. But then, the momentum shifted. Anisimova won 6 straight games to complete the comeback. The Filipina star had run out of gas. The match ended at nearly 1 a.m. local time, and Eala walked off the court with a 4-6, 6-4, 6-2 defeat. In the aftermath of the grueling battle, Eala stepped into the post-match press conference and finally broke her silence. Her words have left fans around the world stunned. She didn't just talk about the loss. She talked about what really went wrong. And she didn't hold back. Eala revealed that she was in control of the match through the opening rounds. Her confidence was high, her form was sharp, and she was playing the kind of tennis that had beaten some of the best players in the world. But then, in a crucial moment, a controversial umpire decision disrupted her rhythm. The call, she felt, shifted the momentum firmly into Anisimova's favor. The turning point, according to reports, came in the 6th game of the second set, where Anisimova managed to pull through and hold serve despite committing 3 double faults. That moment changed everything. Anisimova found her rhythm, and Eala struggled to regain her focus. The mental clarity that had carried her through Washington and Toronto began to slip away. Eala's frustration was not just about the loss, it was about the manner of the defeat. She had been so close to another top 10 victory. She had held a 2-0 lead in the deciding set, only to see it slip away. The emotional toll was evident as she spoke, her voice heavy with disappointment. Despite her frustration, Eala did not make excuses. She acknowledged that Anisimova had played exceptional tennis in the final stages of the match, and she credited the American for finding another level when it mattered most. But the pain of the defeat was still raw, and her words revealed the depth of her disappointment. For the Filipino fans who had stayed up until the early hours of the morning to watch their hero, the moment was heartbreaking. Eala had given them so much to celebrate over the past few weeks, a WTA title, victories over Grand Slam champions, and a run to the third round of a WTA 1000 event. To see her fall short in such dramatic fashion was a bitter pill to swallow. The match against Amanda Anisimova had several turning points, but one moment, in particular, stood out. Eala had built a 3-2 lead in the second set and looked poised to take control. But then, Anisimova answered by winning 4 of the next 5 games to draw level and drag the Filipina to a deciding set. The turning point came in the 6th game of the second set. Anisimova, who had been struggling with her serve, managed to hold despite committing 3 double faults. It was a moment of resilience that shifted the momentum. From that point on, the American began to find her rhythm. Her heavy serves and powerful ground strokes started to find their mark, and Eala was forced onto the back foot, but Eala's frustration went beyond Anisimova's comeback. According to sources close to the situation, Eala felt that a controversial umpire decision had disrupted her rhythm at a crucial moment. The call, she believed, changed the momentum of the match and gave Anisimova the confidence she needed to mount her comeback. After that moment, Eala admitted that she struggled to regain her focus. The mental clarity that had carried her through Washington and Toronto began to slip away. Anisimova, sensing the shift, capitalized on the opportunity. The Americans' heavy serves proved too much to handle for the Filipina star, with Anisimova sealing the final game with 2 consecutive return errors from Eala. Eala's frustration was evident. She had been in control of the match, but a controversial call and a shift in momentum had changed everything. She had given everything she had, but it wasn't enough. The defeat was a bitter pill to swallow, and her words revealed the depth of her disappointment. Eala's performance did not go unnoticed by her opponent. In her post-match on-court interview, Amanda Anisimova heaped praise on the Filipina star, calling her both a great player and a fighter. The American, who has played some of the biggest matches in tennis, acknowledged just how difficult it was to get past Eala. "Alex is such a great player and such a fighter, so I knew it was going to be a really tough match," Anisimova said. She added, "I'm really proud of this performance, for being able to find a way and kind of push myself there in the middle of the match. I'm really happy with the way I was able to find my tennis and start fighting. It was a really, really tough match and credit to her, she was really playing some great tennis." Anisimova's words were a testament to the respect Eala has earned on the WTA Tour. The Filipina is no longer just a promising young talent, she is a player who commands the respect of her peers. Even in defeat, she had pushed one of the best players in the world to the limit. The American also acknowledged the challenge of playing against Eala in such a hostile environment. "I know how loved Alex is, and for good reason," Anisimova said. The Filipino fans had turned the Cincinnati Open into a sea of Philippine flags, and their support had been a powerful force throughout the match. Anisimova recognized that, and she respected it, but Anisimova also revealed that she had received much of the fan support on the big stadium in Cincinnati. "There was quite a bit of support for me tonight, so I really appreciate that," she said. She admitted that she needed the energy. "I felt like I needed a pick-me-up in this match, because it's past my bedtime." Anisimova's praise was not just about sportsmanship, it was about recognizing a rising star. Eala has already beaten multiple top 10 players this season, including Iga Swiatek, Elena Rybakina, Naomi Osaka, and Jessica Pegula. She has won her first WTA Tour singles title, climbed to a career-high ranking of number 20 in the world, and reached the 4th round at Wimbledon. She is no longer just a promising talent, she is a legitimate contender. Let us zoom out. Alex Eala's defeat to Amanda Anisimova was a heartbreaking end to a remarkable Cincinnati campaign. The Filipina star had entered the tournament with the weight of expectation on her shoulders, and she had delivered. She had won her first match, advanced to the third round, and pushed one of the best players in the world to the limit, but the defeat also exposed areas for improvement. Eala's inability to maintain her momentum after building a lead in the deciding set will be a point of focus as she prepares for the final Grand Slam of the year. Her conditioning, her mental toughness, and her ability to handle the pressure of big moments will all be areas of emphasis in the coming weeks. Eala's post-match message to her fans was one of gratitude and determination. She thanked them for their unwavering support, and she promised to use the experience as fuel for her U.S. Open campaign. The Filipino fans, who had turned Cincinnati into a sea of Philippine flags, were devastated by the loss, but they remained hopeful that their hero would bounce back stronger than ever. The Cincinnati Open was Eala's first appearance at the prestigious event after withdrawing last year due to a shoulder injury. She had achieved her goal of competing at the highest level, and she had shown that she belongs among the best. The defeat to Anisimova was a setback, but it was not the end. The loss put an end to Eala's final Masters-level tournament before the 2026 U.S. Open, as well as her third stop in her North American hardcourt swing. Her 2026 record against the top 10 now stands at 7-3. She was broken in her final 3 service games of the match as Anisimova took over the contest. As Eala turns her focus to the U.S. Open, the lessons from Cincinnati will be invaluable. She has shown that she can compete with the best players in the world. She has shown that she can handle the pressure of big moments. And she has shown that she has the fighting spirit to never give up, even when the odds are against her. The defeat to Anisimova was a setback, but it was not the end. Eala is a star on the rise, and she is not done yet. The tennis world is watching, and the future is bright. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell.